Let me ask you a question.
Hit me.
Would you rather be invisible or leave a trail of sparkle dust everywhere you go for the rest of your life?
Does the sparkle dust come from my feet or my ass?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You just leave a trail so everyone knows where you are at all times.
Or be invisible.
Or be invisible for the rest of your life.
Permanent.
Permanent. Both situations.
We're here with Kelly Adomsky, a.k.a. the Rizzler. We've been talking for a while before this podcast started. But we are at 86 West, the stadium, the home of the No Prisoners podcast. We're upstairs next door to the main restaurant in our hideout. There's multiple bars here. This is the place to be in the summertime, Gilmar. You know what I'm saying?
They got burgers. They got sushi.
They got everything.
Drinks.
Yes, they have the drinks, which you have to pay for.
You do have to pay for the drinks here. Begrudgingly. But it's the best spot to hang out outside in the summer.
Of course. Free advertisement from Kelly, and when Kelly speaks, it's the truth.
It is the truth.
So I think that's all we got going on other than that, other than happy hour at the end of the month, last Wednesday of the month. I think this is coming out next week. So next week will be the week after this episode comes out. Happy hour. We'll see you there, 86 West, upstairs.
Do you want the date?
It's going to be the 29th of May.
4 to 6
p.m.
Sponsored by
Worldwide Stereo. Shout out
Ryan Rimmer.
They got the speakers, and then they've been making, I forget what their website says, but it says, I think it's been making the neighbors crazy since 1979.
Really?
It's a good tagline.
So
Yeah,
we
it
really
is.
appreciate them sponsoring, and we'll see you the last Wednesday of the month, which is the 29th. But
Amazing.
without further ado, we got the Rizzler.
Yeah,
Rizzler.
the
You're back.
Rizzler.
Mama Riz.
We've been talking family before the episode.
Yeah.
You have 2 boys,
I
right?
have 2 sons, 14 and 12. I know I do not look old enough, but it's true.
Damn, stole the words right out of my mouth. It's going to be an interesting podcast. Kelly interviewed by Kelly.
I will do all the talking. I'll answer the questions. I'm ready.
Amazing.
So what we were talking about family, and then so you work for a local architecture firm,
I do.
John
Wolstenholme, Wolstenholme Associates.
Architects. What do you do there?
What do I do there? A little bit of everything. So technically, my title's Director of Operations and Business Development. So I handle the day-to-day operations of the company and the employees and their needs, the needs of the building. But mostly it's business development. So just strategically trying to grow the company, enter new markets, team up with new partners. Excited about a project that we're working on, little passion project of mine heading to the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, are you behind the drive to the Jersey Shore?
I am.
Yeah.
I am. John Wolstenholme is more of a mountain guy, grew up going to the mountains. I am a shore girl through and through. My parents met in Avalon. Both sides of my family had houses in Avalon growing up, so my heart.
That's the ice machine.
Oh, that's
Did you hear
loud.
that? We could hear that on here.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah.
It's an avalanche.
Wasn't
That's
me.
the bodies coming out of the closet.
Yeah.
Tom, what are you hiding in here?
I'll be back.
The ice machine was broken for months and nobody knew why.
Yeah. Now we know why.
It's got bodies.
So I grew up going to Avalon, had houses there, but I don't know if you're familiar with the Jersey Shore, but any of the shore points you drive around and everything looks the same. It's very cookie cutter, and it's just, when you're in this industry, it's disappointing when you go somewhere and it's architecturally or visually just uninteresting. And people are paying millions of dollars for these homes. Even the properties that are run down, like corner little bungalows, are selling for millions of dollars, and then they're getting torn down. So I see a need for new creative designs and just new blood down there. So
Totally
we've been making some really great connections with realtors and builders down there, and we are going to be developing a building of our own.
A single family house?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, so we are currently working on a design, and we are hoping to start demolition come September. So we'll have a showpiece, something that everyone can drive by and see and be like, that was Wolstenholme.
Yeah, that's definitely a unique take on like the beach towns, because you're not wrong on the higher end level and the low end level, the houses that are like in Sea Isle that are doubled up next to each other, the duplexes, they all look the same.
They all look
the
the same.
nicest houses in Avalon and Sea Isle and Stone Harbor, like they all pretty much follow the same very,
Yes.
cedar shake styles at the top with the
Or now it's
float.
like the plantation shutters. Every new house has the plantation shutters
Yeah.
and intricate railings and the shake siding and different roof lines. But it's like now it's too much. Now it's over designed and it's the same cheesy pastel-y colors.
Yeah.
It's like if I see one more pale green or yellow hardy siding house, I can't. With like the white. I'm not
Don't get her
gonna.
started.
I know.
Dude, we're gonna get her fired
Yeah,
up.
dude.
I know. I actually have to be careful what I say. I don't want to be like brand dropping and
No,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
She goes out, we're just beeping the whole episode. Just be
Yeah.
like,
I
I don't
know.
want to get sued. Unless it's true.
Well,
If you speak truth,
I do.
Yo.
I spit the truth.
yeah.
So it's funny, like the joke at the office is I am basically a builder, practically an architect, kind of a designer. Like I'm a little bit of everything because I have this experience in all these fields working for these different companies, and I've learned so much along the way. It's not my background at all. I have no formal training. I'm not an architect. I'm not a builder. I just have learned a lot along the way, and I'm very opinionated, and I know what I want. I know what I like.
then who would you say, like, who is Kelly Adomsky? Like, because
It's Kelly
like,
Rowland. She's an enigma. She's a Rizzler.
she's an enigma. Yeah.
Enigma. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that? Do you see
No
yourself?
one really knows.
Yeah. No, it's
I
true.
kind of like it that way. Like I walk around and I'm all like dressed up today. I was at an event downtown. It's like, where's she going? What is she doing?
yeah.
Don't worry about it. Yeah,
You
You
definitely
keep your
have.
eye on your own ball.
yeah there you go.
And
always have to
love
keep
that
them
about
guessing.
You, though. I
You
love
have to
that
keep them
about you.
guessing.
When you come into the room, like sometimes I can see the disturbance.
Yeah.
I like wait for it. I'm
It's
like,
like
oh man, there's people
The
that want to know.
record scratching.
Yeah, they want to know her. They want to know you. They want to like. Like you're doing business, so like people want to do business. Like it's cool to see like the way like a lot of people can learn from like the confidence that you like bring to a room, like especially with like the way you like physically dress, but also like the way you like just talk to people and like carry yourself.
Thank you.
Has like this like confidence to it that's definitely. You can tell people some people get intimidated by it, and then some people are like attracted to it. They're like, oh, they want to hang out with you.
Yes. Thank you.
Do you notice? Are you aware of that?
I do notice because there are the people like me who have no fear and will say what's on their mind and ask the questions and say the things that most people wouldn't say, like maybe uncomfortable conversation starters or I don't know. But I say those things. And you can tell a person who comes up and also says those things, like your wife is one of them.
Yeah.
She came up, she's like, what do you do? Where are you coming from? Like, it's like, you know what? I like you.
Yeah.
Just ask the questions. Don't try to figure it out. Don't ask other people. Just come up and talk to me.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Like, hey, what are you doing? What do you do? Where are you from? I don't know. But
Yeah.
I do notice.
What would you say?
You said it to me the first time you met me. Do you remember? When we first met.
First time we
The
met.
first time we met, I was working elsewhere, and you said, "Do you always dress like this for work?" Do you remember
Yeah.
asking me that?
That is an Andrew question.
I did. Do you always dress like
Do
this?
you always dress like this?
Because I came to a meeting with her and another gentleman, and she was dressed like I forget what it was. Probably cold out. I think you probably had like a turtleneck on or something. Like your hair was up, and like you had shoes on that weren't and I was kind of like. I knew
I was
operations.
in the construction industry.
Yeah, I knew people in operations, like other places, and they didn't really come off that way. Not like they were like denim and boots and being like, "Hey, what's up?" You just like were very like, "Hey, welcome." Like, let's sit down. Like the way you were dressed, like you were very much own. It was like I was unsure of who was in charge of the room. I thought it was.
Me.
I
That's
thought
what you should know.
I
It was
sitting-
always me.
I was talking when we were meeting. I literally was just like, I'm talking to two people, but I found myself at the end when I
Looking
got
at
home.
me.
My wife was like, "Well, how'd it go?" I was like, "Honestly, nothing's coming of this meeting." But I met this lady there, and like it was very like
Lady?
I was like,
I met this lady.
I was like, I didn't know what to like. You just came off a certain way that I was like, damn, like she was definitely the boss. You were definitely in the room. And the other thing I picked up on was like, I knew that like whoever I was interviewing with, or like for like what was going on, like you were the person that I had to address, because like it was very visible to me without even like kind of understanding what was going on. Like I don't know why I knew this. I was just like, there's a lot of like responsibility on this person, and probably too much just from like the way you were like questions we were talking about and things like that. I'm like, this is crazy. But I very much like. You left an impression on me in our first meeting, for sure.
Thanks, Andrew. You left an impression on me as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad we still get to work together in some way or another.
It is cool. It is cool how the universe kind of like put that all together for us.
For sure.
Everything works out.
I agree.
Where did you like get the business acumen or the approach that you have to business? Like how did that kind of develop?
That's a really great question. So my background, my father, very much like him personality-wise, he is the mayor. Like anywhere we go, people know him, and he is that guy that is just like, hey, how you doing? And everyone approaches him and, enigmatic. And I grew up in a family-run business, so we were always on. I mean, it was a deli and beer distributor in Superette in Northeast Philadelphia. This is where I grew up.
Okay.
Philly girl.
The Northeast.
Yeah, Philly, Northeast. But Catholic school girl, so always had to be polished. But grew up in this family business, and I was peeling potatoes at the age of 6 for potato salad. Like I was there every weekend working. So I grew up having a really good work ethic. I always, had a job, paid for everything I ever wanted and needed. Wasn't really handed anything. So was taught a strong work ethic from a young age. But with it being a family-run business, I was always Joe McEwen's daughter, and, you're meeting people and shaking hands, and, I'm his date for a lot of events. My mom doesn't go to many events with him, so I'm always going to different events, networking or business events. He now works for Penn Medicine, and is just the greatest networker I've ever met in my life. He knows everyone, and he's personable, and he has the uncanny ability of making every person in the room feel like they're the most important person there.
Yeah, that's a powerful skill.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He asks questions, and he listens, and he cares, and he makes eye contact, and he's like, what can I do for you?
Yeah. So you guys, like, you grew up, and it was just kind of like a traditional deli, like just Italian kind of deli. Like, did you guys just do deli meats, or did you do other stuff there too?
No, it was other stuff. Like, there was a beer distributor. It was a family business, so my uncles ran the beer distributor, and my dad ran the supermarket and deli.
Okay.
And they also did catering, and there was, like, pizza there. They had a butcher there. I mean, it was...
Pretty large operation.
Yes, and at one point, it was the largest beer distributor in Philadelphia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn, gangsters.
Yeah, it's
I know.
impressive.
Yeah.
I don't like beer. It's so disappointing, growing up with all that beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have one younger sister.
One younger sister. Does she have Riz like you?
No.
Is she going to listen
We're
to
not-
this and be
No,
and
we're not close.
not close?
No.
Okay.
It's all right.
Nobody listens to this. They'll never get
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
fine. She'll never hear
Oh, I am broadcasting this around the world.
it. Yeah.
Everyone will be listening to this podcast.
Is this the, like your
It's my coming out party.
your coming out party? Yeah, you show up in like all white, just like we're actually gonna like
This
add
is for you.
in
This
the
isn't
beginning.
normal.
In the beginning of the episode, we'll add in like I don't know, fireworks,
Angels.
post edit,
Yeah.
angels, some doves.
Some doves. Dude, we should have all worn white. You got the memo somehow.
Yeah,
I'm wearing black. I messed up.
because you're
No, but you have to differentiate yourself. You don't want to be like everyone else.
I guess that's true.
yeah.
I'm like sandwiched in between.
This is just your mood.
You're the rose between two thorns.
There it is. That's beautiful. Where's the beautiful button? There it
That
is.
is the beautiful button.
Yeah, sorry you can't hear that, but it's a beautiful sound.
Oh.
It's harps.
It's harps?
Yeah, it's harps.
I would like a unique sound.
You want a shotgun?
Sure.
Yeah.
Fire shotgun.
Holster that gun.
Yeah. Red shotgun. Hell yeah.
Did you? So you grew up in this area. You went to Catholic school. Did you go to
I did.
college?
I did. I went to St. Joseph's University.
Damn, you just stayed right in there.
Stayed right in Philly. I stayed 2 extra semesters, got my master's in international marketing, studied abroad in Madrid. And so my plan with this master's degree was to move abroad live in Europe, work for an American company abroad, never come home. That was my goal.
Yeah.
Still my goal. Now I just have to wait until my last son goes to high school. I love you guys, but I'm leaving.
Did you just get John to start building internationally?
Well, that's what I said. I was like, why don't I open the European office? First the shore office.
Yeah, good.
Then we'll do Florida. We've done projects in Florida, so I'm like, I will open the shore office, I will open the Florida office, and then I'm going international. Maybe visit Costa Rica first.
All right, just go right to Europe, just from Jersey Shore.
Why not?
Jersey to Europe.
I mean, I can really work from anywhere. You know?
Yeah.
Would you, like, if you had a choice between a private jet and a yacht?
Ooh, great question.
What would you pick?
Jet.
Why?
Because I can get more places faster and rent a yacht when I'm there.
Okay, that says a lot about a person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What would you do?
I'd probably jet.
Jet too, yeah.
Yeah.
The
So my
yacht's a cool
superpower.
idea, but like I can't sit still.
I don't do well on the ocean.
If my
What
yacht
if
comes
Rambo
with a
gets seasick? You know?
Yeah, I get seasick, so I don't know about
yeah,
that.
I mean, if the yacht
never
comes
know.
with a helicopter,
Oh.
now we're
Touche.
yes.
Helipad on the top of the yacht.
You
That
just
wasn't-
took that to the next level.
That's-
Yeah, that's
yes.
crazy.
See, but
Yeah.
if I were
And then
to
we're
pick a
just
superpower, it would be, what is it called when you can like
Teleportation.
teleport? Yeah.
Guess the
and you
next
were really
question.
fast.
That's what it was.
That's exactly it.
Psychic.
No, but I would definitely want to be able to teleport. So that's why I think jet, like
Teleportation.
teleportation.
Dude, that one's amazing.
I always like the teleportation things in the movies, and then like the bad guy like catches the dude teleporting like while like in the neck and like clutches him in the air. Like, how do you do that, dude?
And they're
He's
just
moving
disintegrated.
faster than light.
Let me ask you a question.
Hit me.
Would you rather be invisible or leave a trail of sparkle dust everywhere you go for the rest of your life?
Does the sparkle dust come from my feet or my ass?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You just leave a trail. So everyone knows where you are at all times.
Or be invisible.
Or be invisible for the
It's
rest of your life.
permanent.
Permanent. Both situations.
Wait, but if you're invisible, no one can see you, and you're just alone forever.
You're not alone. They
it
just
could
can't
be,
see you.
It could be lonely. It would be an unprecedented disability.
Can they
The
feel
ADA
you?
would have to write that out.
Yeah, of course.
Just like invisible sex. Or
Could be fun.
Or glitter sex. Never make eye contact. She'll never see you again. It's a selfless response, glitter.
Glitter?
Because you know you don't want other people to suffer without you. Gilmore,
Oh, you are such a giver.
I'll miss you, Gilmore.
Dude, I'll miss you too, man. Won't be able to see those beautiful eyes every day.
Yeah, dude, when you're invisible.
That luscious beard.
Yeah, what am I gonna do?
Just come in here. Just imagine no Gilmore right here, just the microphone, just like
And the
moving around.
headphones, the bobbing headphones. And the
yeah.
glasses.
Yeah, so the
he'd
glass-
have glasses. Like,
so-
we'd know he's there.
Yeah, so the clothes would be
Wear a
on. You
hat.
just wouldn't see
Yes.
his face. Oh, all right. See now
You could
this
hold
person's
his hand.
Invisible. I'd
Yeah.
be Robin.
Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah.
going
I'd be invisible all
farmer's
day.
market. I'd be tasting stuff for free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
like all of a sudden there's bites.
Yeah, I would just be biting
See,
fruit at
you're
farmer's
going
markets.
unethical. You're going like Kevin Bacon style.
Yeah, but
No.
I said a farmer's market. It's not like I said like a bank vault or something like that. I went for vegetables.
I'll go watch movies for free, dude.
Dude.
I'm in there
Yeah.
watching every
Some
movie.
guy just comes in last second, sits down on you. You're like, whoa, buddy.
Yeah, but I think you'd have to be naked to do that because if people can see clothes on you, you
But
got-
like,
walk around
but if
naked.
you're
Yeah, you have to.
invisible, why would you put clothes on anyway?
that's true.
Can you still get
You
sunburn
don't
if
need
you're
underwear.
invisible?
No sunburn.
Ooh, no sunburn is nice.
Yeah.
I'll go anywhere, dude.
You know there's like
Do
an
you burn a
albino
lot?
kid.
Do I burn a lot?
Burn? I don't burn.
Yeah, I burn sometimes.
You burn, dude. You're like Spanish.
What do you mean?
You got Spanish descent. You got white in you. Sorry, dude. You're not Guatemala.
I'm not completely Mayan.
Yeah, you're not Mayan. You're not native.
Yeah,
I'm
no, you're
sorry,
right.
dude. You didn't get the.
No, I've gotten some red on me before. One time I went to Guatemala, I got burned really bad. Like my face was peeling.
Yeah.
It was terrible. Yeah, but I was a stupid dumb
Protect
kid
yourself.
that I didn't use sunscreen.
Protect yourself.
I told my
Protect
mom,
yourself.
I'm 13, I'm Superman. I'll never burn. And then I peeling my face off in the shower. Wasn't fun. Yeah, it fucking sucked, dude.
That's weird.
Yeah, invisible is the way to go though.
What
I like being tan.
you well, like if you could travel to any place in the world, we'll call it the Last Supper of travel. Where would you be gone?
I've traveled a lot.
I know that's why. Like I feel like this is going to be a good answer.
So top of my list right now would be South Africa.
Mm.
Really want to go to Cape Town and then do like a safari Kruger National Park or something.
All right.
Dive.
Name dropping on us right here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Dropper.
Would you dive with sharks?
Yes, I was just going to say dive in a cage with sharks. Do
Damn.
all the things. Like, I want to stay in an amazing place where, like, giraffes are coming through the window, you know, nibbling at your fruit.
I feel like that's one of those things that's like sounds like a good idea, and like you're really stoked about it, and then like you like cut to the actual thing, and you're like fighting a giraffe off with like
Well, and the best
silver
part,
tray from the hotel
the best
room. You're
part
like,
is this sounds like the most amazing vacation to me,
Yeah.
and I am not an animal person.
yeah,
I
that
am
also.
deathly allergic to animals. I'm not. If you see your dog comes near me, I'm like, hi, dog.
Yeah.
Have
not
you
my
always been allergic to dogs?
My parents got a dog when I went to college, like my first week of college. They went and bought a dog. Well, my mom did.
And they moved you out.
And it was a little hypoallergenic. Doesn't exist. There's no such thing as hypoallergenic dogs.
No.
No, I still can't sleep in my parents' house. The dog's dead. I cannot. There's fur somewhere. There's something somewhere. I can't breathe in my house.
Oh, man.
Disgusting. It's dead.
Still around in spirit somehow.
It's like on the
dude.
paint.
Can't escape
you
that
know?
dog, dude.
Animal dust is everywhere. I don't know what
They just
dander.
Did they not clean the house?
They do, and I think it's been like repainted since the dog died.
Holy
They need to hire
shit.
like one
And
of those
that dog
cleaners
was
that
like
come
the
in
dog
after a
that
murder.
wouldn't go away.
Maybe they have a
Like
secret
20.
dog. Maybe they have an invisible dog you don't know about.
I don't know.
Maybe the dog went invisible, dude.
Maybe.
Yeah, what if you're so allergic to animals that there's like mice in the walls? That like you're allergic to, you're reacting to like the mice.
know
like,
what's funny
You bring
is-
bring you in to find people's mice.
I can go into houses and I start sneezing immediately. I mean, again, occupational hazard. I just posted this the other day. Like, people's animals come after me because they know that I'm not an animal person. So they're rubbing up on me, they're jumping on me, and I'm like, they're like, oh, do you like animals? And I have to pretend that I'm a big animal person. Like, oh,
They don't want to ruin the
Yeah.
deal.
so cute. I love
They
your
might
dog.
not. They might not hire
Look at
us.
that puppy. And I'm just like, get away from it. And then here comes the dog.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, right
Rambo.
there he is. Hi, Rambo. He's so cute. I see hair flying.
I wouldn't even have guessed it.
Yeah, no, but I can tell when people have had an animal or an animal has lived there because I will just start sneezing.
Are you
I get
more
asthmatic.
Are you more allergic to cats or dogs?
Definitely allergic to cats. Little allergic to dogs. A lot allergic to dogs, but like I can still breathe.
But cats are like.
Cats, I'm like,
Really?
my throat closes.
Damn.
That was my next
know.
question. Can you identify when you come into the house? Like,
I actually
What kind?
didn't buy a house one time because a cat used to live there, and I'm like, nope, this shit is in the HVAC system.
Oh, definitely.
I was like, it's in the, look at all the hair. You see it? This is like my worst nightmare. I'm just kidding.
but seriously,
yeah.
what's your biggest fear other than cats and dogs?
I mean, I want to be a good mom and say like, oh, something happening to my kids. And
Now
that's,
give us the.
No, we're being
opposite.
Yeah.
selfish right now.
This is about.
I mean,
Kelly,
obviously that would be devastating.
This is about you. This episode's about you.
About me. Okay. It's
Okay.
going to be weird.
All right.
So when people are waving paper around,
Okay.
the thought of a piece of paper slicing through like the gelatinous eyeball,
Damn,
hair on my nose.
you do not disappoint.
no. Like,
That is a terrifying
How do
idea.
you
people
think of
wave,
that?
next time someone waves paper around, just imagine it. You know, you get a paper cut on your finger. Imagine slicing. It's so gelatinous. And I'm like,
Where do
like,
you think
don't-
that originated from?
I don't know.
Do you think eye stuff is just something that you're
It's
sensitive
eye
to?
stuff for me, yeah. And
You
then,
wear
or I
contact.
think when someone's untwisting a light bulb,
Oh,
if you've ever had like a light bulb break and then like the glass falls down, I'm like,
I gotta wear.
I get scared about untwisting light bulbs. Really strange.
So you're very pro eye protection.
Pro eye protection.
You hear that,
I wear
OSHA?
OSHA.
Yeah.
OSHA certified.
There you go.
Are you OSHA certified?
I used to be.
Yeah, once you're OSHA certified, you're always
like,
OSHA.
always
Yeah.
It's
don't
like
have to do
it's like
the-
once you're a Marine, always a
Yeah.
Marine.
I thought you had to do the, you had to like re-up it.
Yeah, I mean you do,
Every
but I'm gonna
couple
try the
years.
Marine thing. I'm my OSHA
So Andrew,
30.
you're saying at Revival you are OSHA certified?
Yeah, my OSHA 30. Unfortunately, it's
It's good. It's not unfortunate.
safety.
Safety is key.
OSHA doesn't come out this way. Knock
Yep.
on wood.
And I'd say like sharks and spiders.
Oh, you don't like spiders? I'm starting to get
I
over
have an
this.
exterminator come every month.
Really?
Oh, so
it's an
there's-
unhealthy fear. Arachnophobia.
Okay.
Okay.
Understandable.
So it's insect genocide in your household.
Insect genocide, yes.
All right.
100%.
Okay.
Even jumping spiders?
Come on.
What?
So
Why-
just like
who
jump up-
likes jumping spiders?
They don't do anything. They're just
It
eating.
doesn't matter. If it's going to jump up and get closer to me, that's even worse.
No, they don't jump at you.
Yeah, they jumped. It's just like little frisky
know, they
guys.
just-
Yeah, I had
yeah.
a spider that hung out in my mirror. We drove all the way to Savannah, Georgia last summer.
On your mirror?
He would like go behind the mirror on my car, so like I would see him like crawl and be like, "All right, dude," and he'd like every night he would weave a web on my window and like to the mirror of the car, and every day I'd come out and be like, "Dude, get in back in the mirror, we're gonna drive." And then
So you're just like talking to spider.
and this is for months.
It sounds like
and
a lonely ride.
dude, so we go to Savannah.
Did it talk back to you?
The whole time in Savannah, still surviving. We get all the way back from Savannah, get like 5 minutes from the house, he jumps off.
Damn.
Ask
Good deal.
Ariel, dude. She was in the passenger seat. I was like, no.
Did you name the spider?
Yeah, it's Frederick.
Frederick the spider.
Yeah, Freddie. Yeah. And
Yeah,
it
that's
was
a
on
good-
Ariel's car, so like when she would drive it, I'd be like, is he still in there? Like, how'd he do today?
See, I wouldn't be. I have physically jumped over people
To get out of
to get out of a car when a spider was in the car.
Are you into sports? Like, do you follow any sports?
I do. I mean, I have boys, so they're very into sports.
Go
Football
Birds.
and basketball. Go Birds, obviously.
Obviously. Let's go.
I like going to the games. I will watch with my kids, but if I don't have my kids, I'm not like sitting alone on a Sunday night watching an Eagles game.
Okay.
It's more of a social thing for me.
Okay.
So I'm not
Nice.
going to like pretend to know a lot. Just, like, don't ask me political questions either, because I am not interested. I don't read about it. I don't want to know about it. It's like,
Yeah,
I
it's
just
kind
can't.
of.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, politics for me is more of like a spectator observation thing. I burn out after 2020. I'm burnt out from politics. I like to observe. I like to think about it for a little bit, and then I'm like, this is cool to watch.
Yeah, I
It's
just
like-
I can't
I'm
give
gonna
an
watch this shit
educated
unfold.
opinion on any of it, because I don't.
Well, how do you, it's not really. It's ever changing, and you never know what's like. It's not getting invested in that. I've learned is just kind of. There's so much other stuff going on.
I was having a conversation with a local lawyer in Doylestown today at a lunch spot. We're just chatting, and he starts talking to me about how Doylestown has become very democratic, and, you know, you can't go anywhere without someone pushing their democratic views on you. And he's a staunch Republican. And I was like,
Damn.
why are we talking about this?
He probably thinks you're on team.
I was
Trump.
like, am I giving you that let's talk politics look right now? It's the white suit. I look smart.
It's a power suit.
It's the
Are you
power
s-
suit.
You're saying Republicans are smart
No, I'm saying
because he thought you look smart.
I look
so
smart that
you-
I want to have a political conversation whilst waiting for my lunch.
Oh, okay.
It's the political
Nobody.
suit.
I just want to get my iced tea lemonade. What is that called? An Arnold Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to get my Arnold Palmer and wait for my food.
Yeah. Where was this? Chipotle?
Lily's.
Tell it.
Lily's.
No, I just wanted to know if she went to Chipotle in a white suit.
Imagine.
I was like, you're a real risk taker. Lily's is kind of risky too, though.
I did get the special. What were they, like spicy chicken sliders?
So you still eat a
Risk
slider
taker.
in a suit.
Oh, 100%. I like to
Still
eat
eat a slider in a suit.
That's admirable.
Rizzler.
Yeah, the Rizzler looks tough, but she
I feel like
can
we need to
chill.
get you a billboard
Yeah.
right outside of town. Doylestown's getting pretty big. Like, we should have a billboard. Like, there should be
You should have a No Prisoners podcast billboard.
I mean, we're going to have to talk to
You're going to be like the new Harding with like just like the beard. Like
Yeah.
pictures of you, just the beard, maybe you with like your little kind of mustache thing going on. I don't know what's happening
Yeah,
there.
kind
He's
of
feeling the
There's
mustache
like
out.
there's like a dusting of other stuff below the mustache.
Dusting, I
A
like it,
dusting.
Yeah, it's growing back. I
It's
usually
like a beard lit.
I usually like shave it down pretty closely,
Yeah.
but it
I
grows
do like
back.
the mustache. So you
Thanks.
need your thing can be like the beard and the mustache.
Yeah, I've been thinking about, like, and this is going to sound ridiculous, but you know those military surplus, like, websites where you can buy, like, bulk things that are discount from when the government sells it off, like tools, equipment, and things. I was trying to find one of those lights, those spotlights.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, dude, if I could get a spotlight for like $3,000, just light it up at night, and just kind of people would be like, what is that?
What would you put on the
What
spotlight?
do you like?
I don't know. just put a wolf, like just be like Batman, just light up the
wolf.
sky.
Rambo silhouette.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Just go up and put in like just makes like
Yeah.
puppets. People be like, what is that?
like the
And
bat
just
signal.
like every couple weeks, just turn it on. Read a little viral.
No, people are
sensation.
going to think that like a prisoner escaped or something. That's
Okay, that's fair.
You know,
That's fair.
Yeah.
Are you into cars?
I am into cars.
What kind of cars are you into? Like, what is your dream car?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. Maybe like an Aston Martin.
Oh, okay. Classy, little
Classy,
speed,
You know what?
like a little class.
So I'm a speedster.
Okay.
I'm not a great driver. I get pulled over a lot. I have a genius way to get out of it. I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
It's embarrassing. No, I have a X3, M40, whatever it is. I like to drive fast, but it's still kind of a mom car.
Okay.
No, I like the Aston Martin. I like classic Porsches. I don't really like the look of the newer Porsches as much.
So like 2000 and older.
Much older than 2000.
Okay, what are you talking, like 994? You know, what year?
I don't know specific years. I don't know that much.
The
about
70s?
cars. Yeah, like I like the
Okay.
older style.
Nice.
You
The
know what I
most
mean?
dangerous ones.
Yes.
I like that. Even though you don't like animals, what would your spirit animal be?
Ooh. A chameleon.
Oh, all
Okay.
right.
Wait, I want to know
Because I
why.
Yeah.
Well,
we gotta
I
unpack
consider
this.
myself a chameleon. You know, I can be many different people. I can be like loving mom,
Not in a shady way.
party girl. Yeah, not in a shady way. Not in a like, I'm going to scam you of your money. And
She's like, I'm not into politics, but
Yeah.
I've bribed a politician. Like,
Yeah. You're
so
adaptable.
chameleon,
Yeah.
You're adaptable.
bribed. I am adaptable. But like, you know, you dress the part. I like to dress up.
Yeah, there's different
Like, be
hats.
a little punk one day,
Yeah.
a goth one day.
Yeah.
Can
What
you
do you-
imagine me like walking around all goth?
That'd be cool, actually.
Yeah.
You should do it. Wear all
know.
black
Should-
one day.
You could rock it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see
Just
it.
like whip it out.
Yeah.
Dark
Like,
lipstick.
sometimes it's like business, sometimes party girl, sometimes, you know.
This is business right now. This is
Where is
business
it?
with
Straight
sliders.
business. Don Johnson.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Miami Vice over
You know?
here. Pulled
'Cause,
out
like,
in a white
you can't
Ferrari.
just wear a regular suit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It has to be a statement.
Yeah.
So I walked into this event today. No one else was wearing a white suit.
Damn.
I was also probably one of 5 women there. So
Do you find yourself like often being the only woman in like the business
Yes.
settings you're in?
yes.
How
I
do
mean,
you?
in construction and architecture, yes.
Yeah. Do you like?
It doesn't bother me
Yeah.
because I'm like a dude.
I noticed that like there are a lot of women that kind of posture on being like the sole woman in like their field or things like that. Like, do you ever feel the need to kind of like represent yourself as a woman amongst men, or do you just represent Kelly?
I just represent Kelly.
Yeah.
I think what is surprising to most people who get to know me and work with me is that I very much have a masculine energy. So I look a certain way and I am judged accordingly. So I get judged by a lot of people based on how I look or how I present myself, and they don't really know what I do or what I can do, or, you know, she's just some dumb girl who wears makeup, and oh, she's the pretty girl that's in construction or whatever. But like, it's so much more than that. Like, I'm educated and smart, and I know what I'm talking about. And when I don't know what I'm talking about, I ask questions, I learn. So I don't really feel the need to like to call out that I'm the only woman or play on that, because I feel like once you get to know me, it just kind of speaks for itself. You know what I mean? Like, not like, oh, I work with a bunch of men. It's like, all right, I work with a bunch of men and I hang with them and I'm on the same level. Like, I don't see it as a difference. Like, I don't see the difference, but a lot of other people do.
Yeah. Do you think there's any harm in thinking the other way, where people acknowledge it as much as they do, or like seemingly do?
No, I think it's just people don't have experience with it.
Okay.
Or it's more just questions. People are asking questions like, oh, how does it feel working with all men? Like, you must hate that. Or, like, I don't know, like, is it any different than working with all women? No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really see, I don't see like gender roles necessarily. And I don't Like, I don't get intimidated by men, where I think there are a lot of women in the workplace that do get intimidated by men or a man in power. I respect my boss dearly, and I think he's an amazing man, and I am grateful for every opportunity he's given me. But I don't look at him like he's in a position of power over me.
No, I look at it
I look at him as a partner, like a coworker. He respects me and what I bring to the table. I respect him and what he brings to the table. And it's very much like a partnership in every transaction or every situation.
Yeah, I look at it as kind of like, especially for you guys, like he's like his business was a sniper rifle, and you're like the new state of the art scope that got put on there. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just kind of like he already had a.
He was
product.
established. He didn't need me.
Yeah, he had a product because when I was talking to you, I'd talked to him and like a couple other like architects in the area, kind of just feeling out what the construction world was going to like be, you know, what things were happening, shaking out in the world, like who was leaving what jobs,
who's the go-to builder, who's the go-to architect.
Yeah, because if I wasn't going to stay in business for myself, I wanted to work at a company that was either trying to become something really sick, or I wanted to walk into a company that was already like really legit, and
bring what you had,
and then to bring that. So like when I heard that you had joined his team, I was like, damn, like there's other architects like in this town, but I was like,
I was told by one of the other architects specifically, like, what are you doing there? Because I worked with I worked with every architect in the area.
Yeah.
What are you doing there? We can't be friends anymore. We can't talk. I don't have a business development person. Like, why does he? What are you going to do there?
He's going to grow his company 10x.
How about you keep your eye on your own ball?
Yeah.
Are you guys, and we can certainly talk to John more about this too when he comes on, but you're the operations lead, right? So are you guys, because you've come on and somebody like you comes into a company, like you're only doing one thing and that's growing. So are you actively hiring architects or design staff or different people? Because I met Brigitte the other day.
She's amazing.
She was on one of my, we're working on 2 different projects together, I think. So we were meeting and talking about 2 different projects, and I was very impressed by her. I love Caitlin, obviously. And like, so the whole team that you guys have is really great.
Yes.
Like, are you adding to it? And like, how are you going about that?
Yes. Another great question. Thank you for asking, Andrew. We really enjoy working with you, by the way. So since I've started, well, when John hired me, he said very specifically that he wanted to grow, and in his opinion, the ideal firm is about 12 people. Right now, we are at technically 10, but we have architects and interior designers. So it's one-stop shopping, which is great, but the interior design team works independently also of the architecture side. So I noticed that we were in need of someone who could lead the interior design team to help them grow. I only have so much time and energy, and I'm not an interior designer. Do I appreciate it? Do I have opinions? Do I have connections? Yes. But we really needed someone who could take that and take it to the next level and be the forward-facing person and also create new long-lasting relationships with builders who look at us as architecture and not interior design. So it's 2 separate businesses, really. So we were approached by Brigitte, who was starting an interior design business of her own after leaving the NFL network. Has a fascinating story.
We'll just do like the whole summer of Wolstenholme podcast.
I know.
We'll just change the name.
She is actually fascinating, and I think you should have her on because, I mean, she just got 2 Emmy nominations, and she's already won 2 Emmys, and she's brilliant and fascinating, and we're very happy with her hire.
She also has Riz, too.
She does have Riz.
It's not the same as yours, it's her own.
It's her own, but we get along, I mean, it's tops. Yeah. It really is. She's the best. She's very much like me. She has this great energy, but she wanted to introduce her design services, not realizing we had our own interior design team. And we were like, we need to have you. We absorbed her.
She fell into the trap.
She fell into my spell, under my spell. No, but she is our new creative director, and she's working with our other designers and just helping to grow the firm's interior design department to stand on its own outside of the architecture, which is great. And then since I started, we hired 2 other architects as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one who's a newer junior architect, just graduated with her master's, and Ron, who I think you met,
of course,
who worked with John years ago when John first got his start in architecture, and he had his own business, and we absorbed him.
Nice.
So, I mean, Ron's awesome. He does business development stuff with me as well, so he is a great person to go to events with, and he has no fear. He's funny, but he's like me. He'll just go up to people and start talking to them like, "What's your story? What can we do together? How can we make this happen?" So I think we have a lot of big personalities coming in, which is great, and we're all loud and fun, and we have a really great dynamic. You know, it's John will tell you that another part of my job is I am the director of fun.
Yeah,
He did say that to me.
It's true.
When I first
am
met
the director
you.
of fun. So I made
You guys come sometimes. I'll check in on Instagram. Like I'm not. I wish I was better at like following up with people, but
yeah.
you guys will be at different events, and I'll be like, "Damn, that was," and I'll look at the clock. I was 23 hours ago. I was like, I missed it.
Missed my whole day.
Like, I was like, you guys do so much.
I like
cool
doing
stuff.
like events together as a team, like team building, you know, and I force people to get up away from their desks. I don't think it's good for people to be sitting in front of their desks for 8 hours a day and just like hunched over a computer. Like, let's go get coffee. Like, we're in this beautiful town. We work in the borough of Doylestown. Our offices are right next to the new courthouse. Like, let's go walk and get a coffee. Let's go walk to get lunch. Let's go sit outside for a little bit. Like, just let's move and talk. And, you know, like, I actually had the guy whose name I sent your wife, I had a massage therapist come in and give everyone massages, and you know, we'd like plan events at the office, and you know, it's just like fun team building stuff. Just part of it is you don't want to get burnt out in your job, and if you really love what you do, then you're not going to work. It's just another day in the office, and you're with people that you respect and you like spending time with and enjoy their company. And you know, I try to bring everyone a little smile.
Yeah, I think that's very important for team culture, because like you said, things can come mundane. You might end up hating your job after sitting at a desk. What was that switch that made you think, oh, I should start applying this to the office and to these people?
Honestly, I think it's just my personality. It's nothing that I turned on and I turn off. Like, I walk in and every morning, you would never know if I'm having a bad day. I don't walk in like, and like not talk to people. I'm like, good morning, to the point that it's annoying. And like, there's one person in our office that is not as chipper as I am, and I'm like forcing myself on this person. Like, good morning. I brought in Curiosity Donuts this morning.
Oh, those are so good.
Yeah,
Have you had those?
Yeah,
they're the best.
Oh my god,
So good.
it's
And
messed
they're
up.
like warm.
Yeah, so messed up how
Delicious.
good they are, dude.
And a lot of office snacks.
We met
I'm
the
an
owners
office
of
snacker.
that place.
Oh, did you?
You didn't realize this when we were at Krista's birthday or whatever.
I wasn't there.
You weren't there.
No,
You
sorry.
meet.
Yeah.
I
I
wanna
was just
meet them.
reminding you.
What were their names?
I don't remember. But she was like, "Oh, I know you from such and
Does
such."
she wear glasses?
I think so.
I would like to meet
I met her.
You want to meet them?
Let's make that happen.
All right.
Let's
just
invite
go
her
get
to the
s-
next.
I did.
Pretty sure her name's Amelia. Or
Yeah,
something like that.
she. I think she was not interested in coming to the happy hour because of the alcohol factor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she doesn't drink.
That's the vibe I got. Yeah.
I don't drink either.
Respectfully.
I get a club
Good
in
for
line,
you.
so you know.
I pick and choose when I drink.
Yeah. You have to be
My
selective.
personality changes when I drink.
Oh,
so
so-
I don't want to be like dancing on the tables at a work function.
Oh, that sounds like fun though.
How when you hire, like going back to like when you brought on Brigitte, I have a question about this, like because you've been a part of like multiple things like this, and when you're trying to hire like say a Kelly or a Brigitte or somebody of like that caliber into your business, like how do you go about the financial side of it? Are you looking at like the projects that are coming in, or are you saying like, hey, we have the money in the bank, to invest into this person, it'll return? Like, how do you go about that, like, from an operations?
It's what are we going to do to keep this train rolling? So it's not like save up a bunch of money and now what can we do with this money? It's there's this need that we have. Doesn't matter if we have the money. Doesn't matter what's there. There's this need. She's amazing. We need her. We make it work.
Okay. Because you know, like, from your experience, making that leap of faith, like, adding someone of that immense value is just going to, like, 10x whatever.
Tenfold.
Yeah. So you always get that.
Worth the investment, in my opinion. And honestly, if you're hiring the right person, then they're bringing in the business. You know, like, since Brigitte started, these seats are making, like, awful noises. When Brigitte started, she was already bringing in contacts that were calling her for business, you know. So now that she's working with us, there are projects. So having absorbed her business, we knew that immediately coming in, there would be the benefit of her having an established business.
So it's kind of, it makes sense. Like, you guys brought in, like, one junior architect, but that one junior architect you brought in, you, Brigitte, Ron, like, you brought in
It's a big year.
A bunch
big
of
year for Wolstenholme Associates.
A bunch of, like, that's because, like, that's one of the things I wanted to ask you about today was, like, I see a lot of, like, high caliber people being hired to a company like that. I'm like, either they're getting really lucky attracting these people, or you guys are presenting some sort of future outlook which makes people of that level be like, oh, I want to spend my time here. Because Kelly, as a really professional, point. Like, you, when you left your past company, like, you, like, that's always tough. But after you, like, you dusted yourself off, the week later, you were probably like, I could do whatever I want right now. Let me pick what I'm going to do. So when you're at that pick level, like, how do you attract, or, like, how are you retaining these people?
So, well, to go back on when John hired me, I think I told you he offered me the job 3 times. And it's the way that he presented it. And honestly, it's John's vision and who he is as a person, that you believe in what he's doing. There's something really refreshing about having and working for a man who is so honest and just salt of the earth, a really great human being.
Okay.
And when you meet someone like that, you want to subscribe to what they're publishing. I want on board to what he is dreaming of, because the way that he's built his business up and created this name for himself and this reputation, that he is the go-to for, you know, everyone in town. Like, where we are, we're in this beautiful restaurant, and Wolstenholme Associates made this.
Yeah,
we designed this,
and built this place. Yeah, I always forget that.
Yeah, but I mean, he is the go-to for so many people, and he was a trusted partner to me in my previous position, and I worked with every architect, and you know, I really respect him. We always called ourselves the power team, and now, like, that's our thing, is like #power team, and it's like building upon our power team and power partners and people who share in John and now our vision for growing the company and cutting ties, so to speak, with people that no longer match our vision and finding new partnerships with people and expanding where appropriate.
Did you guys, like, sit down, like, when you came on, did you guys kind of have, like, either, like, a regular set of meetings or maybe, like, a couple of sit-downs where you guys spent some, like, serious, dedicated time to kind of unpack his vision and then how you did it? Or you just kind of, like, talk
Actually,
every day?
when I started, he went to Germany that week. I wasn't even there when I started.
So you guys are doing this at, like, 15 minutes at a time, like, you're having conversations and be like, all right, cool,
We talk all day, every day. Like, when I come in the morning, good morning. I go right to his office.
Is he the person that's running from you?
No, he's not.
It's like,
he is always.
Go, like, oh, can I guess?
He's always pleasant. I actually brought an espresso machine into the office, so now we're all like baristas, and we're all taking turns making each other like fancy coffee drinks, and we're not hanging around the. Oh yeah. It's like, what is that? I'm like, that is a cinnamon bun. I don't know what that is on that foam.
This is a dragon.
Yeah, Look at that heart. No, we talk all day, every day. It's constant communication. I leave his office and then he calls my phone. Yeah. So it's, he'll say, can you come down? I wrote this email I want you to read. And like, it's really a true partnership. He tells me everything that's going on throughout the day and vice versa. And just sharing ideas and bouncing things off of each other. And I can't explain it. It's just like, he's such a good guy and he's so honest and tells you what it is that he wants, what it is that he needs, and what it is that he expects of you. And then that's that. He puts a lot of faith into the people that
are doing
their jobs, and he gives you a lot of leeway. And he has created this family type environment where you feel like John is like the Papa Bear, and you're safe and protected, and John's got you.
Yeah, he definitely, from an outsider perspective, he's definitely got something great going on over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What are you guys are trying to, like, when you said you're trying to kind of like up the clientele or clean some aspect of that, what kind of projects are you guys like going forward looking for? Like, because you guys do pretty much everything, but there's got to be like the trophy projects that you guys are looking to do.
Right. I think we've had the opportunity to work on a lot of amazing projects. We are doing the Carversville Inn right now.
Yeah, that's a perfect example. Mm-hmm. You guys like have these opportunities, so it's kind of like that's why I'm asking is like I see you guys doing the Carversville Inn and some of these really nice houses that you're like allowed to post.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm
there's
assuming
a lot that we're not. I've actually, and I've been there for over a year now. I don't even know all the projects, and we have these photos, and I'm like, how have I never seen these? And I'm like posting stuff. I'm asking who's the builder, and it's like, no, you got to take that down. Like we can't post that. That's a safe room, or that's a vault. I'm like, sorry, I don't know.
That's like I try to explain to some people sometimes. Like there was period of times where like we had Gilmore full time, but there was like absences from social media because we were working on projects that there were NDAs involved and things like that, and like you just kind of have to like you take the pictures.
It's a sensitive subject.
You take the pictures.
Homes. It's their personal items, art.
Yeah.
Like
a lot of art, a lot of like things that like stuff like that. That's like
Well, that's why you have to be very careful about not listing like where the location is. It's very generalized.
Gotta give them nicknames,
right?
Yeah.
Or you say Bucks County, or did you just blow a piece of hair out of your mouth, guys? It's like floating around.
It's smoke in the air.
The funny thing is, like, I wanted to, on Sunday after Mother's Day, I wanted to stop at the pet store and get him one of those, like, I saw this, like, mitt that you can, like, brush the dog. It's like an oven mitt, and it'll, like, scrape everything out of them. And I was like, I need to have it. And Ariel's like, we're going to get 2. And then I forgot to stop and pick it up. So before this podcast, I was like, do I have time to go to the pet store and pay 4 times the price that's on Amazon?
I was just going to say, you can have it there by tomorrow.
Just
I'm ordering you one right now. Like, I'm a multitasker. Yeah.
Well, like,
doing 8 things at a time.
Going back to the projects, like what kind of like, what are you?
It's really just focusing on, and John will tell you this himself. I feel like I'm stealing his thunder a little bit.
Absolutely not.
He really would like to go for more unique projects, like obviously larger scale, unique projects. We do all different size projects, especially for repeat clients, but just really focusing on like saying no to more things that come in. So we're being much more selective. I had my annual review, and the one like thing to work on, this is funny, was there was 2 things. One was like locking the filing cabinet in my office, like taking the key and locking the cabinet, even though my office gets locked at night. I'm like, why do I have to lock the filing cabinet too? I can't even ever unlock it. It gets stuck. He's like, I just want you to. I'm like, okay, it's fair. So now I do it. I'm like, can you unlock it for me though? I can't get the key to turn. But also, where was I going with this?
2 things.
Kind of 2 things you have to improve.
Qualifying the leads that come in. So, I'm the one calling people back, qualifying them, talking to them about the project and asking the budget, the scope, everything. So with my history in construction, I know generally what things cost. So I can throw numbers at things. Whereas, architects they design and everything's pretty
It's
pretty. They
kind of
don't
a
know what
different
things cost.
Yeah.
So that's an asset that I can bring to his company, is doing that in the client meetings and saying, like, that's great that you want to add that on, but that's going to be another $75,000. Like, you know, I appreciate you want an all metal roof, but that's 3 times the cost of the shingle roof, you know? So it's things like that. 'Cause he is not about having this portfolio of his designs, and there are very braggadocious or
We call them star-architects.
yes, starchitects. That's a great way to put it.
When I was in architecture school, they would bring in really famous architects, and those architects would talk about the famous architects. So, like,
Right.
you'd have this guy in that you'd be like, I'm so excited to hear about you,
Cool.
and he would be talking about, like,
Someone else.
Hadid, or someone that's designed, like, some world-renowned center of something, and we'd be like, dude, and they'd be like, these are star-architects, and I'm like, that's ridiculous. You're a star-architect. And all those guys are cool because they push the envelope on, like, what's visually or, you know, engineering possibilities, but their sole thing is, like, being recognized as, like, the guy who did that.
Right.
I've had architects, like, even local people, that are kind of hard to work with because they want to act like they built the house. And
Yes,
architects
that's opposite.
do play a very critical role in the project. The architect's job is to, like, set the roadmap for the project. It's not their job to, like, always navigate it. So it's like a
Right.
collaboration. So, like, I get what you're saying, and I appreciate that John's. I acknowledged very early on, like, I was like, John does cool stuff, but John's cool.
But John has heart. We do it with
Yeah.
heart. It's not braggadocious. It's collaborative. And I think that's what makes us stand apart, is everything that we do, it's all about collaboration. So I tell people before we even meet with them, like, here's our process. You know, we're not about over designing. I want to know your budget now. Tell me your honest budget. You're not bidding against builders here. Tell me your budget, because we don't want to design something that you can't afford to build.
Yeah.
And so don't wait until you have construction drawings and then send it out to 3 builders to bid. That's passé. That's out. You're selecting your builder when we're still in the design development phase. And they're coming on board. They're going to put in their best effort to help you get into budget and give pricing along the way and help in the process. And they'll understand why the decisions were made. So when they're building the house, they know, like, okay, well, we were doing this because their baby's going to sleep in that room or whatever. But don't put builders bidding against each other, because you're
really
going to end
not
up paying more in
effective.
the end. It's
Yeah.
not effective. They're going low on allowances, change orders out the wazoo. Get them in there before the construction drawings are done. Save everyone time and money. And then we know that once we stamp and seal those drawings, you can afford to build what you're going to build.
Yeah. That's a very
It's
interesting.
a unique approach to architecture,
It
but
is
it's more
unique.
collaborative. And also having our interior design team work with the architects along the way. So they're doing placement and say, like, no, don't put a window there. That's where the bed's going to go in that room. Or,
Yeah.
you know, so just having another set of eyes for placement, it just rounds out the process, I think.
And I think to be a true design build company, like, you can have your interior designers. I'm like, that's great. Like, when I personally look at design build, I look at, like, the architecture relationship in terms of, like, the design build. Are you drifting?
No, I just feel like I'm, like, eating this microphone.
No, you're fine. You can bite it if you want. You'll chip your teeth. So yeah, it was just kind of like when I was in school, that's when I started picking up on that, and that's like why I went back to school for that, because I was like, I was in a league above what I should have been in. And I was like,
But you understood.
I need to learn how to, like, figure all this out, and that's when I first heard, like, design build being, like, thrown around, and I was like, damn. So everybody is design build nowadays, but very few firms are kind of, like, practicing what, like, architecture schools are, like, preaching it is. And it's like a collaborative relationship between the builder and, like, a true design build firm in terms of, like, the university's eyes is, like, the architecture firm is the build firm. And, like, that's kind of there's a few companies around here that do, like, Princeton Design Guild does that. Like, there's a few that do it, but that's a lot of work or a lot of school or a lot of, like, moving parts to do that. I've been focusing on
I would just focus on one thing and do it great.
I've been trying to focus on making friends with John for a long time, so I'm hoping that like one of these days,
Well,
design build some
I'll
stuff.
put in a good word for you.
No, yeah, I do like.
I just heard there's literally as I was leaving, there's a little opportunity. There's a property for sale. You can subdivide.
Oh yeah, don't say it out loud. I'll get sniped.
No one listens to this.
Nobody listens to this. You're right.
Everyone's going to listen to it.
You're right. You're right. The analytics.
Yeah, we're good, dude.
Nobody's
listening?
No.
Not right now.
It's a joke we have.
Yeah.
Like, people will be like, oh,
Do you have
what can I say?
subscribers?
Yeah,
we do.
We'll have a few listeners to this.
I have to be honest. I'm not a podcast person. Mostly I don't have time.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't ever stop. And if I'm doing stuff,
you're
I'm
on the
usually
phone a lot.
multitasking. I'm on the phone a lot. And when my children are in the car, it's TikTok radio. It's not, they won't listen to a podcast. So I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, but I do click on the podcasts that you guys do and watch certain people just because I'm interested in them. Like I'm actually interested in the local people, the Altamontes lady. She's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God,
Maria's great.
amazing.
She just texts me sometimes out of nowhere.
She hit me up the other day out of nowhere. Evan's 40th birthday's on Friday. Are you coming?
No, I can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she for our jiu-jitsu gym, like the owner of the gym, it's his 40th birthday, so he's doing like if you don't know anything about like jiu-jitsu, like a jiu-jitsu like training session is a roll, so they're like 5 minutes long and then you switch partners or whatever. So he's doing 40 for 40. So he's just like going to do
40?
He's going to do 5 minutes.
45-minute.
Yeah, in a row for his
He's
birthday.
insane.
He's just a nut.
He's insane.
He's just nuts. It's just, but that's him.
Does he have the stamina for that?
Yeah, probably.
Is he single?
No.
No, he's gonna throw up.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna get beat up.
He's
I'm
gonna
like mad. I'm mad that my butt cheeks pulled, my muscles pulled.
Oh, you can't
I
partake.
texted him because I was like, dude, take me off the list. Like I'm sorry, but I was like ready to smash him.
Damn, that
And I was
sucks.
right in the middle of the 40, so I was like, we're gonna see what happens.
Oh, that sucks,
He's
dude.
not going to be tired.
But Maria's making me a cake. She's like, I want to make him a cake. I can't come. She does jujitsu.
Does she really?
Yeah.
Her son went to school with my son for a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
She's making me a cake
She's
for
awesome.
a Wu-Tang cake. She's like, I don't know if Evan's into Wu. And I'm like, everybody's into Wu. What's up?
Yeah.
She's like, I want to get him a cake that says, protect your neck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, let's go. I'll come pick it up.
Yeah, she's badass,
That's awesome.
dude.
Yeah.
No, but I like you guys doing like local things, local people. It's fascinating. Like, again, people look at me, they don't know me. No one knows my story.
Mm-hmm.
Enigma.
That's why of all the people that like I've met that have then come on the show, you are by far my most wild guest.
Really?
Yeah, because like when we met, when I met, I was
Don't talk about what we were talking about before.
No, just like there's people you meet that are like, oh, that would be a cool podcast guest.
Yeah.
And there's people you meet that you're just like, I'm not even like the idea doesn't even come up because you're like, that person will never come and do that shit.
Yeah,
And
what the
then
hell are they going to talk about the whole time?
Yeah, it's like, but like you, as I got to know you, I was like, damn, she would be a hell of a podcast guest.
Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah.
Thank you, Omar.
When you meet people, we know now we're pretty good at picking people up.
You're good at reading people. You spend a lot of time with people.
Yeah, I used to always see you from afar, and Andrew's like, she's cool, dude. Don't worry. I'm like, I don't know.
So what was your first impression of me?
Now you just put yourself on the spot.
No, that's fine. I don't
let's
care.
hear this.
Give us the facts.
I thought you were definitely someone that demanded attention. Not that you demand attention, that people just, you walk into a room like Andrew said, and people were like, oh my God, she's here. And I thought you were, I was slightly intimidated.
Stop.
But it's funny because
I'm like the nicest person.
I know you are, but usually when people are like, "Oh, that guy's intimidating," I'm typically friends with that person already. So
Right.
it was kind of one of the first times where I've been on the other side of that, and I was like, "Oh shit, why am I doing that?" But
Do I make you nervous?
You have like executive energy. Like
yeah,
you have,
executive energy. Yeah.
EDE.
Yeah.
Oh
Have
yeah,
that
yeah. You do. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's
Just
what
like-
it is, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think so anymore. I think prior to this, maybe a little bit, yeah. But now, I don't think so.
Should I tell you now?
What's
What?
this?
No, I'm just kidding.
What? What? Tell us what. I'm curious now.
What, her first impression of you?
No, I was gonna
No.
say I used to be a man.
Oh,
No,
okay.
but I'm joking.
Yes.
It's the hottest man I've ever seen. I'll say that.
Was.
Was the hottest man I've ever seen.
You are a surprising individual, Gilmar.
What do you mean?
You are very quiet until you start talking, and then you are just a ray of light and energy.
Wow.
You have a
Tell
lot
me
to
about
say.
it. He spent 50 plus episodes, probably more,
Talking?
behind the cameras.
Stop.
Yeah, we had in our old office we had a whole TV set up, so Gilmore would like run the computer and like pull up shit.
And
for
he
us to
wouldn't
watch.
be on?
And I'd be like, let's put a camera on you, and he'd
What
be
is
like,
this, like the
"Nah."
Stern Show? He's
be
like
like,
behind
"Nah."
the booth.
Yeah, I'd be like, nah, dude, we'll just put one camera on you. I'd be like, all right, cool, we'll just do it a whole episode with the camera pointed at me, I guess.
I know. Don't.
And then
I feel
when
like
we-
you need to engage more
And
because you're
then
brilliant.
When we changed studios again, he did it again, and then here I was like, you got no choice.
No choice here. I mean,
There's
you have
no
to fill up the
hiding.
booth.
I was
Yeah.
like, there's no
It would be
hiding.
awkward if it was just Andrew and I in a booth. Like,
I just didn't feel that it was necessary. I don't know. I used to have a podcast with my girlfriend, so it's not like I'm shy in front of the camera. I used to also have a YouTube channel with my brother, and we used to talk about sneakers and shit. So being in front of the camera, it's not something that I'm against or nervous to do. It's whatever. But I don't know. I just felt, I don't
Were
think
you
people
worried
need to
about
see the
getting
producer.
canceled?
No, not at all. I don't give a shit.
so culture.
You could always say you just weren't there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't know what they were saying. I was.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I didn't do shit, dude.
Yeah.
I just plugged the cameras in. I wasn't even there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, but I feel like we're.
Where's your list of questions?
Oh wow, there's a list. Yeah, I told Andrew I was like, I kind of prepared. I have like a couple
does have a
questions
list of- I
just in
love that
case we
you-
forgot.
We're gonna
Yeah.
flip the tables.
Yeah, just in
All
case
right.
we had forgot. But I think.
What is your
Yeah, go ahead.
guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure. I think it would be too much YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube. I'm like subscribed to YouTube Premium. Fucking sit there and watch the fucking.
it's like a rabbit hole. It's like TikTok.
Yeah,
rabbit
I'd
hole.
start watching tech videos. Then I start getting into
Oh, tech
history
videos.
videos. Yeah, I'd like
Nerd.
the cheapest things, like 50 cool tech under $100 for March or something like that. There's this guy that I watch that has that. I don't
Those
buy any of
videos
those.
are long too. You get
Sometimes.
sucked in, dude. Like I
Yeah.
was watching something last night, and the next thing you know, I was watching about like abandoned Soviet airplanes.
Oh, that's
Like
dope.
designs from the Soviet area.
It's like
that
a wormhole. You
That's
went
so
down some
cool.
like weird.
they just never built, and I was like, I'm watching this. I'm
That's
staying
so
up late.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think right now, aside from YouTube, I think reading Harry Potter is my number 2 right now.
Oh, you got bit by the Harry Potter?
Yeah, man. Anna put me on, and I've been reading. Right now, I'm on the 5th one, but I'm trying to balance it out with, some nonfiction, and then also
No, get it.
fiction. Yeah, because
You're a wizard, Harry.
I want to read and learn. I don't just want to read for pleasure. Yeah, I know some people do
I'm
that.
like a pleasure reader.
Okay.
Like I can't read educational books. They put me to sleep.
Really? So how do you
Or self-help books.
how do you
No things.
yeah, like how have you learned to
I'm
I
in
guess
school.
maneuver in the world of business?
I'm learned by doing or watching, or like I learn better from others. Or I don't watch the news. I don't read the paper. I know I sound very uneducated saying that. I just,
No, I don't do that either.
again, like what, I'm plugging in with my kids when I'm
The news
not
is fake
working
anyway.
or-
Yeah, fake news.
And it's all depressing.
Mm.
Like if I need to know something, it'll come to me one way or another.
Yeah, through the No Prisoners podcast, because
There it
we're
is.
Bucks County's #1 investigative journalist.
There it is.
So prisoners.
All we do is figure things out.
Need like a tagline.
Yeah.
Well,
we should have you do like an intro for us, just like a very like subtle like, and they were born from the darkness.
Yeah, fucking
Welcome.
Phoenix.
Oh,
The No Prisoners podcast.
yo, this is. Oh.
That was a dope drop.
Yeah, it was like a robot voice, like a future femme fatale. Like,
Oh yeah, dude.
just seduce you and just.
It's not femme fatale. It's the Rizzler.
Oh, the
Oh, the
Rizzler.
Rizzler.
Oh, boom! Shotgun
That-
again.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Andrew used to fuck around and DJ a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So I remember at one point, I used to DJ a long time ago, and I remember there was a point in time where everyone was getting these drops, and the way you just sounded was the typical DJ drop. People were like, "You're listening to DJ blah blah blah."
This is Armin van Buren for the state
Yeah.
of trance.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God, you even sound like him.
Yeah, you're listening to Radio 1 edit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
This is Armin van Buren.
Yeah.
Sunday nights, live.
Sunday nights love. Yeah,
Yeah, dude, the British are killer at intros on radios, dude. They would
I
just,
can't do a good British accent.
yeah.
Have you tried?
No.
That was
was
pretty
it.
good.
It just
That
sounded like
was it.
it sounded like a trapped cat.
That was pretty good to me,
No.
dude. No. That was pretty good to me, dude. I don't know.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, I was a fan of that one.
What other questions you got dialed in over there?
Well, the one I know we kind of talked a little bit about it, but I just wanted to know how it was that you started from, I guess,
Started from the bottom.
Yeah. How did you start from the bottom and get to here? It was because I know you had a job prior to that.
How do you know I didn't start on the top?
Oh, did you start at the top? Who does that?
The deli.
The deli.
You started at the deli.
Because you
in my just the way that I see it, it's just my approach to everything that I do. It's like I've been doing it forever. I go in with such a confidence of like, I can do this because I can do anything. I can do anything I put my mind to. So I started out of grad school in advertising sales, recruitment advertising in healthcare magazines, advanced news magazines for nurses. And they gave me a completely non-buying territory, $0 territory. And I think I made like 85 grand my first year.
So you took
22 years old.
You took a territory to unpack
Non-buying.
that. Took a zero sales territory, no leads,
0.0.
and you grew it to 85,000.
But no, that was my income.
So
That
so what was your sales then?
it's like a couple $1 million.
Oh, that's a lot of print.
at 22.
Phone sales at 22.
Damn.
So then I was like, wow, this is my first job out of college. And I was, I wanted to move to Europe. Like I was
how were
not
you-
using my international marketing degree, that's for sure.
How were you slinging these magazines?
It was recruitment advertising. So I was calling hospitals and nursing homes and talking to directors of nursing and
Like there's a
selling
spot.
ads. Like, do you have positions you have to hire? Have to fill?
So the magazines are geared towards people looking. It's like
Yeah. Okay.
people looking for jobs
Well, no, it's their
or recruiting
educational magazines for nursing, but then in the back there was a recruitment section and then a continuing education section.
So
it was
the
a
value,
subscription based.
The value was like the lessons and like the journals.
Well, it was a
and
targeted market.
Yeah.
So, you need to hire nurses. Well, this is reaching this many nurses in your region and it's subscription based. And, so we're reaching the people that you were trying to hire.
Yeah.
So rather than putting like a career builder ad or I don't know, whatever was available back then.
Yeah. How could you say no?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a hard sell. It was just getting the people to put
Getting
the
them on
money
the phone.
into, right.
Because you're dealing
and
with
getting
people
them on
that
the
have
phone.
budgets that like they have to get approved and like
Yep.
can't spend more than $100 at Staples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was like $10,000 for a half page ad, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
What like
80 sales calls a day, just jamming on the phone all day.
dialing?
Yeah.
At 22,
Get up
you could
and
do that.
dial.
But I became like really good friends with so many people. I formed these friendships over the phone with people that I got to meet at career fairs or different events that we would go to. And I'm still friends with them today.
Would you ever consider being like a coach, like a success coach or like a leadership coach of any kind? I could see you going around as like the Rizzler and just like blowing up people's lives and just being like, dial the phone.
Well, you should tell people that's what my children call me, the Rizzler, and their friends, because I have the most Riz. No, I have not thought about that. But also, I don't know that I necessarily consider myself successful.
It doesn't matter though, because there's so many people on that market that are not successful at all. We meet these people and then we're like, you're fooling yourself, you're fooling everybody. It's more so like your skill set and the way you approach things.
Right.
Like I could see you not necessarily, because like the idea of like a success coach is like, oh, you have a yacht and a jet and all this stuff. Like a basketball coach can't necessarily slam dunk a basketball. So like you have these like this ability to kind of like maybe drive people forward on their goals or like put it together for them and be like, this is what you need to do, pay me.
Right.
So like what you're doing for John.
I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
But going back to, we had a conversation off air about all these ideas and these things that I want and passions that I have. And I'm just at the point in my life, I want to be working smarter, not harder. And I don't want to be working 80 hours a week. And I feel like I'm missing this time with my kids who are now like, don't want to hang out with me anymore. And I worked so hard with them growing up and it's like slipping away. So I'm trying to right now, just in this very moment, the next year or two, focus on really being there for them and spending time. Because, I have boys, which means once they get married, I'm going to lose them. No more Christmases. They all go to the mom's house.
Is that
like
true?
the wife's mom.
Yeah, the wife's mom.
That's not true.
I like to split it. even though I'm not married. But.
You're married.
I feel like just in society in general, it favors.
No, yeah, you're right.
Family.
I mean, I see that with my brother. I have a twin brother. He just had a kid recently.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks. And
Uncle Gilmar.
Yeah, I know. But I feel that he's always hanging out with the wife's side of the family, with the baby and all that.
That's what happens.
Twin power, dude.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, man. But, you know, I still talk to him every day. Whatever.
Gilmar is a twin? Your brother's wife is a twin.
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
And they dated.
Yeah, I used to date his wife's twin sister a long time ago.
And one of my dreams.
What if you both?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I've thought about that my whole life. I stayed up countless nights as a child, being like, "What if twins married other twins? We were so close. What if they had twins?
Amazing. And then they had twins, or like.
That's
so
how
you
you
only hooked up with
repopulate.
the sister. You didn't hook up with your brothers.
No.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm completely sure.
Are you identical?
Yeah, identical.
Are
Did
they
you ever
identical?
do the?
Yeah.
Did you ever do
how-
the thing where you like try to swap out?
No, I think that would have felt weird. No, it's easy.
Switch it?
Since I'm a twin, I feel like I can differentiate between twins because the younger one has a certain look and the older one has a certain look.
Okay.
So I would know who's who.
So it didn't work out with his sister.
No.
This was like
we're still
this
cool.
was
We're
like,
friends.
What was
and
this, like ninth grade?
Obviously, she's like part of your family now.
Yeah,
So
sister-in-law.
it's not weird sitting around the table like.
Dude, we're talking about
not at all.
like 15 years ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah. No, she's actually like cool friends with my current girlfriend too.
Oh,
so
that's good.
yeah. I don't like to make shit awkward. You know, I'm friends with everyone. So.
Sorry, I was just telling my friend to come over here. She was meeting me.
Oh. Damn, power suit dinner part 2.
Dang.
You gonna get sliders again, or are we doing sushi now?
I don't know. I'm probably not going to eat here.
Oh. That's fine.
Not in a bad way.
No, yeah. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
There's options. This Doylestown is pretty. It's a lot of places to eat.
Yeah, we've investigated.
Yeah, we've done.
I eat a
We've-
lot here.
We all eat at 86 West.
Yes.
Plenty.
You've built this place.
Oh, I've had everything on the menu here.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just have so much food at home. I'm just probably going to have something at home. I love to cook. That's my passion. I love to cook.
Oh, okay.
Love to cook.
That's good to know.
My kids have never been like chicken finger hot dog kids. They've always eaten whatever I cook.
That's good.
And I'm like the mom that's making gourmet meals every night. And we sit down and have dinner together. It's important to me.
Yeah.
You would get along with Maria and Nona. Then.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Because that's one of the things they were talking about, like on and off the podcast. Like they make the food no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%. Like I made homemade gnocchi the other night and sausage, and my son was like, "This is the best." And my one son doesn't care for pasta, but if I make it, he eats it and loves it. But like he would never go out and order a pasta dish. But they'll go out and order duck and salmon and asparagus and Brussels sprouts and all the things. They're good eaters.
That's good taste.
Grown boys.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, growing up, my dad was a chef, so he would bring home a bunch of different stuff.
And is that how you got into cooking?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be a chef my whole life, and then got into the industry for too long, and I just realized, people don't love this as much as I do.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to try something else.
Yeah.
But
I get it.
yeah, but I still cook for people I love. When I cook at home, I've cooked for Andrew a couple times. So
Well, I would love to be in that inner circle and
yeah,
taste your food.
yeah, we could tag team it. We use your kitchen.
Say
My
less.
kitchen's kind of small.
My kitchen's very small. I live in an apartment, so
Oh.
we could use your
But
kitchen.
we should do it at Gilmar's house.
Yeah.
We just all stand.
I mean, you know what? No matter the kitchen, I'll make something good.
Perfect.
Yeah. It'll be a good time.
It's a date.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Thanks for coming on and doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
We-
Anytime. Thanks for having me. Not very interesting, but
I think
apparently
you are.
I am.
Yeah, you
so.
are.
I'm this like enigma that
You
people
are.
are scared of, but intrigued by.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm giving away all my secrets. I'm not that great, but I am hysterical.
I love when people are like scared of you, or
Yeah.
when I don't know them and they see you and they're just like, who is this
I'm just
person?
gonna walk in like,
Yeah.
Straight up
upset.
play.
I hear someone
fine.
All right, I guess we'll wrap it up then.
over here.
All right, so we'll wrap it up aggressively that way.
Yeah, sorry.
Look at Igor over here popping through the window. No Prisoners podcast. Kelly Adomsky coming on the show. Thanks for coming. 86 West, last Wednesday
Sorry,
of
I
the month.
have
We'll see you.
groupies here
We'll
now.
see you in
It's
happy hour.
okay.
She's not that important, but just having people showing up. But thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. I really, really appreciate it.
Of course.
This was fun. I'm
Yeah.
still talking.